do, man? What it do? It's your boy Jay Hamp. Hey, Hunnids Podcast, man. Before we even get into this thing, man, need y'all to do a couple things. Need y'all to like, share, subscribe, especially share this video. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? Need y'all to check it to our sponsor, ILD Clothing, Integrity, Loyalty, Discipline. You know what I'm saying? Check out their Instagram, man. Got all that out the way, man. Hey, look, bro. Big Dog rocked this stage, man. 2 sold-out shows in a row.
Yeah.
Had folk driving down from Jersey, from D.C., Baltimore, check the crowd. North Carolina was even in the building,
Paying
man.
all type of tolls.
Real talk, man.
I've ordered them.
Racking up them tolls.
Hey, man, and to be real, man, it's late night, you know what I'm saying? My dog had to explain to his woman, you feel why he coming out
here. My wife
here.
had to come out here, yeah.
1 in the morning, she knew who this dog was, man.
Yeah, like, I was like, hold up. I said, hold up. She was like, who you about that? I was
That's
like,
dope. That's dope.
So for
man,
real, man, and when it's like that, man, when you rocking sold out shows back to back, state from state, man, that's a legend in the making. You dig what I'm saying,
That's
man?
right.
I feel he humble with it, man.
He is.
So
We
look,
like that.
man, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk too much on the intro, man. Hey, dog, appreciate you, man. Justin Whitehead joining us, Hunnids Podcast, man. What
Appreciate
it
y'all
do?
for having me. For real.
How VA treating you, big dog?
Is, man, better than I could have ever imagined, for real, though. I love it here. I'll definitely be back, you know, when I got some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
One thing that I noticed about you early, picked up just checking out, man, you command the room. Like real talk. Every room you been in, you command that motherfucker.
Well, I appreciate it because that's something I battle with.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, bro, it's something about me that it's my daddy. My daddy used to always tell me, don't get the big head, don't think too much, you know what I'm saying? Just stay, I don't like to use the word humble anymore now that I know the definition of it, but stay grounded. So I try not to think too much of myself. You know, I'm confident, but I don't want to think too much of myself to the point where I lose that. You know what I'm saying? Lose the grounded or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So I just I don't know. I guess it's just something that I got. You know, I go in and I own the room with what I have, but I guess it's just the style that I have. But you know. My daddy used to always, I can hear in my head no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, shut the hell up. Somebody always got better than you or got more than you or can do better than you. So I just always just do me, and then if it's of that, then hey. But I'm not going to just walk around and act like it.
Yeah. So, like, at what point in your life did you discover comedy? Because we got this running question. Can you learn to be funny, or do it got to be natural?
No, you got to have it. And I've always had it. I just didn't know what to do with it. And I never made my peers laugh like that. I've always been more appealing to the grown people. Like, some of my peers got it, especially if you grew up like I did.
Right.
But if you didn't grow up like I did and you was a child's child and you got up on Saturday morning and watched cartoons and you didn't have no chores, you had a good little life, you couldn't relate to me. So, but I've always, to answer your question, bro, I've always been in love with comedy. I never thought that I was going to do comedy. This some shit came about after high school when I noticed I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't want to go to school no more. So it was comedy. Comedy was just something that I've always been in love with. Like, my daddy introduced me to comedy. He's the reason that I know what it is.
At what age was this?
This was 5.
Shit.
5.
Yeah, because my
Who's
daddy.
you listen to at 5?
Yeah.
Oh man, see, my daddy is one of those. He's a Marine, and he one of those. What I look at, you look at.
It is what it is.
Is what it is. Everybody had a TV in the house, but damn it, we had to come in and watch TV with him. See, he demanded family time, but in a very forceful way. It ain't like, okay, I want to spend some time with my kids. Y'all come on in here. It's like, God damn it, come on, sit your ass down in here. This is what we looking at.
So that's where it came from. It came from your dad.
It came from my daddy. So it's him that, you know, I learned what comedy was. Now, I've always been in love with it, but I didn't know the type of comedy that I needed to, because before him, like when I first growing up, my daddy was in prison. He was a police officer who got caught doing some fucked up shit, and they had to send him to jail. Yeah, he was selling dope as a police officer.
Wow.
Yeah, he sent his ass to jail. So my first few years growing up, I was just with my mama and my sister and my older brother and my grandmama and my aunts. So my mama and her family, they more on the Christian side, the clean side. So yeah,
Clean side.
yes. My mom and them, none of that. You know, like my cousins, I got a few cousins over there, they do their thing, and a couple of my uncles, they do their thing. But for the most part, like growing up and staying in the house with my grandmama while my daddy was gone, I had to look at stuff like Mr. Bean, and you know what I'm saying? I developed, that's where a lot of my facial reactions come from, because I developed that a long time ago, how this man make you laugh 30 minutes to an hour and don't open his mouth.
Don't say a word.
So you know what I'm saying? I learned that a long time ago. I used to look at stuff like, if I looked at Eddie Murphy, it was stuff like Golden Child. I didn't know Eddie Murphy did stuff like Beverly Hills Cops or 48 Hours or Trading Places until my daddy came home. And he introduced me to stuff like Dolomite, Steve Harvey. Like, I didn't know Red Fox did the comedy albums. I thought the first Red Fox I ever saw was him on TV, but it wasn't the first Sanford and Son. It was when he just did Sanford with the big white guy, Calv, that was on CBS after Sanford and Son. I didn't know nothing about. He did Sanford and Son with the son Lamar and the sister-in-law Elster and all of that. My daddy introduced me to that. So you know what I'm saying? We rode around listening to the comedy albums of, you know, Dolomite and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was one of the first comedians that just made me fall in love with comedy, just the way he delivered it. So it was, you know, I've always been in love with it, but it was later on that I felt like it was something that I even wanted to try.
How'd you feel about the episode when he introduced Jesus?
Steve, when that was the one he didn't cuss?
Yeah.
I liked it because it's not easy to, first of all, I don't even converse without cussing. And if you see any of my videos, I don't do any of them without cussing.
Man, we ain't even.
I'm not gonna do this video without cussing.
Shit.
So for him to do an hour or however long he did, that was amazing. I actually own that on DVD.
I seen Steve come and do the clean, and then I seen him the year after
Do Steve.
Do the dirty.
and for real. He was at the Ted Concert Center, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna be real."
I ain't on the radio.
He was like, "The night we cussing,"
Yeah.
and had the stadium walked out.
Really?
Yeah, cause they came to get
see-
that. Yeah,
Okay,
The clean Steve.
Yeah,
Okay,
clean Steve, that Christian Steve.
Well, y'all done bought your ticket, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
You
it
bought
didn't
your
matter
ticket,
after
you
that.
don't get a refund.
He don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you don't want to hear. You don't get your refund for that, so fuck it. But I don't do clean shows. I've been invited to do clean shows, and I turn them down. The money be good too. So they pay. I'm not doing it though.
Let me ask you this, man. How important is versatility, especially, you know what I'm saying, today with, so you got to be, like you said, you got to be popping on social media. You got to have that stage presence. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to be able to work these different rooms, different crowds, different areas.
It's cool, and it's something that, you know, it's good to have. But at the same time, I've seen a lot of people who are very versatile, stagnant as well. Just ain't going nowhere. Like, you can run your ass all over the whole room, but you ain't really built. You think you building a audience, but you're not, because you got so many styles. And as soon as somebody start to like you, you start doing some more shit, and then they don't really fuck with you no more. So it's like, if you just stay true to you, I'm not changing shit. If you like me, I appreciate it. If you don't, fuck you. I don't care. I'm not trying to be what everybody like, because it's not gonna happen anyway. I already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you rock with me, I'm gonna do my thing, and it's meant for me anyway. So for somebody else out there, if you think being versatile is what you need to do, by all means do it. But I'm not trying to learn how to do the all white rooms. I don't want to go and make Bob laugh. If Bob like what the fuck I'm doing now, and he want to come over here to the Funny Bone and fuck with me, I appreciate you, Bob. But I'm not trying to go over there to Whiskey River and make Tom and Karen and all of them laugh. No offense to them. I love them. But I'm not fixing to go in there and dumb up what I got going on or shuck and jive just to make y'all laugh. If you fuck with me how I am now, then you can come on.
You gonna be in your element no matter what.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stick to this. That's all I know. I don't want to do all that other shit. See, I gotta learn that.
Right.
I ain't got time for that. I could have went on to school to be a lawyer if I wanted to learn some shit. I'm gonna do it.
So look, a lot of comments, man, like, you know, from a consumer standpoint, man, we pay these dollars to see comics. They come year after year, and some year after year. And some of them spit the same material, bro. Like, it's like once they get they niche, once they get their cry, it's like they get comfortable. Like, you still coming up in the game, bro. Like, how you gonna steer clear of that? Because I feel like that robs the people.
It really does, because I am a loyal fan of comedy. So if I follow you, like I said, before I even became a comedian, I followed these comedians. And when I see them do the same shit, it really does. It cheats you. And, you know, we ain't going to call no name, but we just talked about it off a minute ago. So, you know what I'm saying? I think the more I live and the more I pay attention, I'll be good, because I always got something to say. I always got an opinion on some shit. And it's crazy now that that's what I've built. That's the audience I've built. They just want to hear what the fuck I got to say about whatever going on. They just want to hear what I got to say. So when you with that, you know what I'm saying, not saying that, not dumbing it down, but you just can't lose when it's that point. Right. So it'll be real stupid of me to just not do it. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? At any point, I could just switch it up. Like, people don't give D.L. Hughley enough credit, but he's one person, like, I can tell, like, he's very articulate. He's very smart. I love him to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always has something to say, and he can take what's going on in today's world or just whatever's going on, period, and pull something facetious out of it to make you laugh and learn at the same time. So, you know, if you one of the people who don't like to learn, or, you know, you really ain't got no sense, you ain't gonna really fuck with DL, but I fuck with him, and I like him. He'll be a comedian who he don't ever run out of jokes. You know what I'm saying? I've heard him, true enough, you know, being real, I've heard him say some shit that's old. A lot of comedians say old shit. I will always have an old joke. I'm a fan of comedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna throw the fucking joke away because they ain't using it no more. That's some good goddamn jokes. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna just go up there and just do another nigga shit. I'm gonna do my shit. And then, like, at the end of the set, I told y'all tonight, I got an old joke. I didn't write it or whatever. You take it and you go get it to somebody. But I'm not gonna do nobody else shit. I think I will always have enough. But I never oversaturate myself.
Right. What you mean by that? Like, what you mean by that old?
It'll be a while before I come back here.
Okay.
And then I'm not gonna go and just get this shit. Like, if I go and record this shit, definitely I'm writing a whole new set. But I'm not gonna come back here just because they offer me some money to come. I gotta remember, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ready to write a whole nother 45-minute set just to come back over here yet. I gotta still go other places.
Yeah. So you gonna go ahead and finish the tour, basically.
Yeah. And then I'll get me some more.
Let me ask you.
I add shit though.
So with oversaturation, you play this internet thing too,
right,
to your advantage. Like, do you have to juggle that? Like,
well, they demand it, and I like that because I don't give it to them just every day. Like, you got a lot of comedians, they can like go and knock some shit out. You know what I'm saying? They turn it into a job. They go and knock 9-10 skits out a day, and they drop 3 or 4 of them. And then, you know, after a while, people have gotten to the point where, all right, what's next? You know what I'm saying? My shit, you can ask for it all you want to. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not gonna do it. And when I feel like doing it, then it always ain't up to be the perfect time. I like when I go live and see 15,000 people looking at my shit.
That's crazy. Literally, I lie to you not. I heard somebody laughing so hard downstairs, it woke me up out my sleep. So I go downstairs. I'm like, yo, what are y'all laughing at? And I sat down and I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. Off the rip, you are by far one of the most hilarious motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life.
I appreciate it, dog.
You made watching My 600-Pound Life the greatest show on planet Earth, man. I said, oh my God, where the fuck does he come up with this material?
So would you smash one of them though?
Listen.
Would you smash one of them though?
Who?
One of them 600-pounders.
Nah. I make enough. Yeah, I make enough.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I
Bruh.
got damn.
Yeah, I make enough.
Where
I'm doing good. You know,
you literally sit in your living room
and
the
yell
camera
at the fucking
and
TV.
yell at the TV, and thousands upon thousands of people. That is just raw, funny material, man.
And
Like,
it's
for real, like,
crazy.
it's hilarious.
Because I never would have thought that would have did it. Like, I used to
What?
wreck my brain trying to figure out what to blow. And people, you see the people in the comments, they compare you to different comedians and different actors. But the funny part about it, they don't know that I'm actually acting like my daddy. My dad is a Marine. And
Yes.
when I'm yelling and talking at the TV, I'm talking to them the way my daddy used to talk to us. And that's all I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get some people who in the comments who will be like, you sound like somebody's uncle or granddad or grandma or somebody who raised people or been around some old people, some shit like that. Yes, that's where that shit come from. So, I mean, if you compare me to the greats, I have no issue with it. But I'm mimicking my dad. You know, my dad is the one. He just can't do what I do.
So will you always just rock with the 600-pound life, or do you think
No, to be honest, I'm gonna come out, and this is the first place I ever said it, but I'm really steering away from
the
it.
Hunnids? What?
I am.
You gotta come with some more
heat.
heat though.
Yeah, I am.
You gotta come with some more
I
heat.
definitely am.
You can't
but
leave
this
us
is
like
the
that.
thing, though. This is the thing, though. I don't want people, and if I don't stop it, I gotta come up with a way to let people know I don't want people to think that I have anything against fat people.
Right.
I don't. My family's fat. You know, it's just I fucked
It's a
around,
comedy.
did a video one day because I was giving my reaction to this lady being rude to the fucking doctor who was trying to help her, and it took off.
Now, when it took off, when it like, all right, and
Explain
this,
the-
you
the
look at your
takeoff.
Instagram, like, damn, this shit.
Never put it on. I didn't even put it on Instagram. It was on Facebook first. I go live on
Okay,
Facebook.
so tell us how that
Yeah,
tell us that whole
this
process.
shit went up.
I went live one day doing it, and the first time I went live, it was like 1,200 people came and looked at it, and they shared it, and you know, I was like, oh, okay, cool, and you know, of course, they asked me to do more, and it was during the pandemic, so I figured, well, okay, cool, like they shared it, and the video got like 500,000 views in a week. Within a week, it was to be honest, it reached 1 million in a week. So I got 500,000 views in like a couple of days. And so I just, all right, cool. We ain't got nothing else to do. And I just started going through demand, looking at older ones. I think I even YouTube most annoying or most aggressive, you know,
600
patients on
pounds.
600 pound like. And I would look at the ones who would really aggravate me enough to get something up out of me. And I just put their show on demand, and I went for it. And me and my godson will sit in the crib, and we'll look at him before I go live. And then I can see him over there. He'll be like, ooh, you going to kill this one. You going to kill that way. I just cut it off because I be too amped. All right, let's go. Yeah, and I be ready to go. But that's how it started. But I never thought that, okay, I'm just about to pick at these people because, you know, of course they have feelings, but
Shit fun.
at the same time, you on national TV and you're being rude to the doctor who's trying to help you, and then you want to fool us that you won't help, but you sitting there eating all of this food. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking shit about that. To be honest, I hope I'm motivating you to do better.
Right.
Because people used to pick at me, and so that made me change shit. So if you don't know about it, give you no tough love, you ain't gonna.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. I'm a life coach. Fuck all the other shit. I'm a life coach. I just want to, you know, inspire you.
Cosign or self-made. Because in this game, you know what I'm saying, it seems like it's certain people that get, you know what I'm saying, certain people hand placed on them, then they out of here.
Right.
Self-made, seem like that process might be a little bit harder, might be a little bit longer, man. Like,
Bro, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't gonna even flex. In the beginning, I was looking for a motherfucker to co-sign me. I wanted the easy way. I was like, shit, I don't want to do all of this. By default, it's been self-made. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it now. And I don't want no fucking help. You know what I'm saying? People that I wanted to call me and let me do a cameo, you know, shout me out, let me be a part of what you got going on, fuck them. I still wish you the best, but I don't want to be a part of it no more. Because I've grinded this thus far myself. Ain't nobody gave me shit. Every follower I got, every show I've done, every retweet, share, any of that, bro, that's pure me. I've done that. I've earned all of that with people. So, you know, and to be honest, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. I just was being lazy. Cause I am a lazy motherfucker. I say that. I was looking for somebody to give me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. You know what I'm saying? But
So before all of this, what was you doing?
man, before comedy,
Yeah.
all right.
Writing pretty handwriting.
You know what? Yeah,
That shit, boy, I said, man, a female wrote this
yeah,
shit.
No, that was me, dog.
Big dog.
I got a goddamn, and that was slapping.
Hell no.
I swear to God.
Man,
that was
nigga,
a
that
quick
shit-
job. I wrote that shit on the sheets.
I used to write my bitches like that.
No,
You remember Selena? Late at night when all the world is sleeping?
nigga.
I stay up dreaming you. I used to
Nah.
write just like that.
I used to sign discipline slips and progress reports and report cards for my partners and shit back in school because I've always had a good handwriting.
Wow.
So yeah, I just know, man, calligraphy should have been a subject I went and studied in school or some shit like that.
You can teach it now because some people still don't know how to
I
write.
fucking like to write. I do. I still prefer, like today, I still prefer to write. I don't want to type.
So you write
I like
letters?
to write. Me? Yeah, I do. I still write women letters. They like that shit too.
They do.
Oh, wrong.
Man, I still spray cologne on the damn.
I told you. See, I told you.
Yeah,
look,
I don't
he
spray
did,
too much
he
because my
did.
shit costs. Yeah. Yeah. I don't spray too much. So I might fuck around and spray it or spray me and just hold them up on my chest a little bit, let a little bit get up there. But my cologne.
So do you have colognes by, all right, do you have like your strong scent, your mid to strong / sweet, and then you got like the sweet smell?
I just basically get whatever I like. And
okay.
whatever has great
Because
longevity.
I got categories.
I have whatever gonna really have longevity. I buy perfumes and extrays, but whatever I like, pretty much. I don't just really separate them. I like to buy ones that I could really mix. Sometimes I like to have a concoction of different ones, but I don't really have one. I don't really just have them separated at home with like this is woodsy and this is spicy.
Right.
All the real niggas got Cuba and Issa Miyake.
Well,
Cuba, that joint you get in 7-Eleven with in the cigar in the cigar.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yes,
about.
see, all the real nigga know.
I know that one, but I know it, but the cheaper cologne I got might be $300.
Shit, nigga, get some money. So look,
I ain't got it. Hell, it's all in the cologne.
God damn.
So look, let me ask you this, man. Like OGs in the game, man. Who do you look to? If you had to, I can do my tour. I need 2 OGs on this, and I'm gonna have one up and coming under me. Who you pulling? And you headlining.
I'm headlining.
You
Oh
headlining.
man, this is that's crazy because the OGs that I would pick, I don't want to follow them. Yeah, I ain't shit. I ain't
Keep it 100.
Yeah, I'm just being for real. But just to pick 2 OGs that I would take on tour, I would use. Wow, that's crazy because a lot of the OGs that I really fuck with, they out doing their thing already. That's crazy. So I'll just take OGs from Atlanta that I know that I'm in the game with. Barbara Carlisle, she's one. The female comedian Barbara
Okay,
Carlisle.
okay.
I fucking love her. She's been in the game for a long time. I would definitely take her. She made me laugh. I fucking love her style. She from Georgia too. And I would pick after her Smoke. I would definitely take Smoke.
Shout out to Chris Jones.
Yeah, Chris Smoker Jones from Atlanta. We would do a great tour.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we would do a great tour.
Yes, sir.
So tell the people what you got coming up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got a few shows lined up. The next after this most recent one coming is Jacksonville with Kerwin Claiborne. Motherfucker smashing all the voiceovers on social media now. If y'all ain't, you probably see he do a lot of voiceovers, and you probably don't know who you looking at. You just see them, and if you listen to him, you laugh. Motherfucker funny as hell. But look him up, Curran Claiborne. Hilarious as fuck. And he got a huge following. I think he got like 1 million followers on Instagram and over 1 million on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So he been selling out shows all around. They reached out to me to come and see how they rock, and then we're gonna talk a little business after that. But other than that, man, I just got just shows lined up. Hopefully I sign with a management company this.
Got to.
Indeed,
You killing that shit.
Yeah, I need to sign me with one because it's to the point now where I need to. First I was like,
Yeah.
But now I want to do it. I'm gonna do that.
Especially you got nigga like Snoop rocking with you.
Yeah.
Diddy rocking with you. How did that relationship with Snoop come about?
Yeah.
Snoop just started fucking with me on Instagram. See, Snoop one of them celebrities that really watches Instagram.
Mm.
And I commented on something he said, or he posted. Because I used to have a security job, and I had to be at work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. That's 3 o'clock a.m. over there in L.A., so he up. You know what I'm saying? So I commented on something. I guess he liked what I said, and he went on my page, saw some shit. He followed me. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he would, interact with a lot of stuff I post on Instagram and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, Snoop seemed pretty cool. And he came to Atlanta back when he was, I think he was promoting something with ESPN for his son who was about to graduate and go to college. And he had Kate up to give me a call. I said, hey, come fuck with me. I came up there, sat in VIP with him. This is when I knew Snoop was the man. We can't even smoke cigarettes inside of Uptown. Snoop fired up 3 blunts like it wasn't shit.
And nobody said a word to
You
him.
better not. You better not. The owner didn't give a fuck. Atlanta police was there. They didn't say one fucking word. Snoop got much respect because he cool. He laid back. He ain't on none of the dumb shit. You respect Snoop. You know what I'm saying? You got to be pretty much an asshole to fuck with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to be cool with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Even old white people like being cool with Snoop. Look at Martha Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Snoop can make a phone call and get you fucked up. So it's best to just leave him alone. Snoop pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. Diddy was somebody that I just been a fan of since I was a kid. Like everybody know, like my brother know, I've always just wanted nothing but Sean John growing up. And I just been a big fan of it. I used to promote his brands and shit like that. So he came to Atlanta like one weekend. They was doing BET Hip Hop Award, and I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I just figured out where he was staying at, and I waited on him to get there. Just so happened, one of his close friends and security guards was there, and I used to tag everybody that was around Puff in a day-to-day basis and shit that I would post about Puff. Because I'm hoping that you'll be like, dog, look at this shit. This dude posts this shit all the time. You know, so you around him every day. Maybe you'll get tired of just showing him or some shit like that. That was my logic, not knowing it'll work. That night, the dude was when I was walking over to where Puff was, and they saw me, and they was like, the security was kind of trying to intervene or whatever. The dude saw me, and he asked me, "Hey, you Jay Whitehead on Instagram?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he like, "Oh yeah, nah, that Puff boy right there, that's his nigga right there." You know what I'm saying? So Puff was like, "Oh, cool, let him through or whatever." And so just after that moment, we talked, and I just said a million things in 1 minute. I knew it. I'm just talking, and I must have said the right shit, whatever it was. And he was like, he took a picture with me in the video, gave me his shades off his face. I still got the shades to this day. Yeah.
Was they heavy?
No, they were Ray-Ban shades, regular Ray-Ban shades. And I'm thinking like, hey, I got my picture, I got the shades, I'm about to go. He's like, oh, hold on. Give you people my information. So we traded information. We just been rocking ever since then. That's my dog.
So let me ask you this, man. With these relationships that you leveraging, 138,000 followers on Instagram, and all our people going through and been going through, do you recognize the power of your platform?
Yeah, that's why I don't abuse it. You ain't gonna go through my shit and see people fighting, You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go and see no dumb shit. I ain't gonna.
You got your
promote the
material
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna see my material, but if I have a chance to, you know what I'm saying, influence somebody, or if I have your attention enough to say some real shit to you, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I can keep the bullshit to myself and joke around with my boys and shit like that, but I would love to be able to get to a point where I could influence people to do right. You know what I'm saying? Have a platform to where I could help make a difference. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, I feel like God put you in position to do shit.
Bring some structure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, then he can knock your ass back down to size, and trust me, that hurts. You know what I'm saying? The fall is much worse than already being down that motherfucker and they never ever had to go up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, this is all God anyway, because like I told you in the beginning of the interview, I never wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be a lawyer. But it just didn't work out. I didn't want to go to school, and when I tried to stray away and do anything else, it didn't work out. I caught hell doing the shit that I see people do effortlessly. And it's because it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So when I started doing what was for me, life got so much easier, so much sweeter. So I can't, you know.
What's the aspiration that you scared to achieve?
I can't really say I'm scared to achieve anything. I don't want to get to the point where
Your head blew up?
no, because that's up to me. That's up to me. That's up to me. I don't want to get to the point where I can't enjoy what I thought I wanted or what I was born to do, because I really didn't have a shot to be or a chance to be anything else, because I ain't good at shit else. I couldn't be in sports, you know what I'm saying? And every time I tried to do anything regular, you know what I'm saying, I really didn't do good in it. So I don't want to get to the point where, you know, it's abusing me or is stressing me out. It's taking my sanity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't want to
some
do
real
it
shit, bro.
anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be unfair anymore. Like, I know what I'm signing up for, but at the same time, like, come on, man.
Trying
like,
to protect your mental
yeah,
health.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
come on, like, you know. But the way I believe, you know, outside of all the cussing shit, all the fun shit, I have a firm belief in God. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and God super tight. So I don't think he gonna lead me into no bullshit. It's just like, I think people who are lost when they enter this shit, that's when they self-destruct. But, you know, like I say, like, I'm going into this, you know, prayed up. You know, like, I come from a praying family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
So you said you come from a praying family, and you said earlier that you would never deviate from the style of comedy that you like to give. If a pastor asked you of your church that you go to, if he said, "Can you do a clean script for us?"
Can you do? Yeah.
Can you do it? Are you versatile?
That's real. That's real. That's real.
I wouldn't.
I respect.
I would tell him.
That's the rawest. That's the rawest ever.
I would let him know. I'll be like, nah, Pastor, you know. You know what I'm saying? But I would be like, nah, you know, but I will do.
Somebody else a front and get
And
up
try to
there.
give some
Yeah.
material that's whack,
nah,
and then they
nah.
be like, "Man,
Nah.
So you just know where your lane is,
Yeah.
and you gotta stay in your lane.
Yeah. And
Period.
to be honest,
That's
I've
that military
done
coming out.
I've spoke at like one of my close friends' funerals. Two of my close friends' funerals. And, you know, you make people laugh a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
But it's
anybody
still sad.
laugh at, they'll kind of laugh or chuckle at anything. When they miss a motherfucker who up there dead and you talking about a memory about them, you kind of laugh at it or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't live a churchgoer's life. You know what I'm saying? And my take on y'all might be offensive. So what I will do is I'll go and find somebody for you. I ain't gonna be no hater and don't go get another motherfucker who can do the job.
But you just
I just ain't gonna do it.
because that ain't your material.
That ain't what I'm doing. Now what I'm
That's
gonna
what's
do
up.
is get that money from Pastor and get me $200-$300 out of it and pass it on to another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And let them come on to get the rest of it. But I'm not going to do it. I just stay me. Like, you know, I'm wilding out is something that I'm just not interested in doing. You know, a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. Wilding out is not something for everybody.
You got to be able to.
Now let me ask you this. Wilding out or sketch comedy?
Wilding out.
Cause don't take this the wrong way. You got Hollywood on you.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. But that's good. But wilding out is exactly what it says. I'm not wild.
Okay.
At all. Anybody that know me,
I can sense
I'm not wild at all. And it's crazy how people laugh at the shit that I say when I'm dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. I'm just.
So you be dead ass serious when you
dead
talking
ass
about that weight.
serious. Well, not. I be dead ass. I be dead ass serious. What I be saying.
But the look in your eyes, you like
Get
your ass back down in that chair.
Yeah, I be dead ass about that. But
I'm with you.
I just wilding out is something that I'm not wild. You gotta have energy to be on wilding out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to. They say some rude shit to you up there too, because you got some people up there who don't really know how to say, how to be in the comedy game, and they just say some old shit just because pressure on them, and they ready to go on to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't talk about my mama and think that we just gonna go on to the next goddamn game.
Hold on, man.
Nick and them are gonna have to cut the commercial because you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna be 2 comedians short. 3 of them motherfuckers try to break it up. So I just know I know my lane. I don't want to be a part of that. I love it. Shout out to all my homeboys and everybody on it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that, you know, they pick it back up and do new shows, because that was feeding a lot of people, and that shit, a lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I love to watch it, but I don't, aspire to be on it, because that's just not my style of comedy. I'm laid back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you had some shit like In Living Color today, or Mad TV, or, you know, if I fuck around and look up, bless up, and get on Saturday Night Live or some shit like that, I'm all for it.
You got
and not because it's on a bigger platform or nothing like that. It's just
more your speed.
That's more of my speed. That's what I grew up looking at. You know what I'm saying? By the time I fell in love with comedy, MTV Wild and Out wasn't even thought of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say that I aspire to be on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those who just gonna jump for it because it's an opportunity. Like, they've had several times to audition for it in Atlanta. I don't go nowhere near it.
It seems like it's this theme of I'm gonna keep my integrity.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's because you can lose. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I don't fake, I don't floss, because there are 100,000s of people that look at me, but there are also people that look at me who really know me. You know what I'm saying? They know that shit ain't real. They know he ain't did that. They know this ain't him. Them the people that I really keep it true with. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta keep it true with myself. At the end of all of this shit here, I gotta go back home. You know what I'm saying? 20, 30, 40 years from now, this shit over with, I gotta go back home. Them the people I gotta face. You know what I'm saying? They know me. Those and I see the influence that I have on people. I don't want to give them no fake shit. I want everybody to, you know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. You gonna make up whatever you want to make up.
Right.
So I ain't no need of me doing nothing fake. Hey, you gonna give enough fake shit. So let me just give you the real, and then, you know what I'm saying, you pick up whatever you want to pick up from.
Well, you heard it live right here on the Hunnids Podcast. This first dibs right here.
Indeed, man. Hey, look, man. I really, really appreciate you.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Respect,
real,
man. Thank you for coming through, man. Because
No
you ain't
problem.
have to do this, man. Hey, look, tell the people how they can tap in with you. Like, they already don't know.
I mean, it's a few of them out there that don't know. It's a few of them that don't know.
again, bro. Tell
Yeah,
them
you know what I'm
again.
saying? For the 2-3 of them out there that don't know.
We a whole
yeah.
137,000
Yeah.
short. We gonna get there.
Right.
It's about 2 or 3 of them out there that don't know. But nah, you can find me on Instagram at JWhitehead87, JWHITEHEAD, the number 87. Facebook, Justin R. Whitehead. You can find me in the next check cashing line with a PPP check. SBA, whoever prove a nigga first. But nah, for real though, man. Y'all got a great setup here. I fuck with what you doing. You gotta let me know you dropping this. You dropping on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, text me all of that so I can subscribe and like. I fuck with this. I definitely want to see this when it
Appreciate it,
go
man.
up.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Hey, look, man. It's your boy Jay Hemp.
Be Sawyer.
Hunnids Podcast, man.
We out.
We out.
Okay, back up in this bitch on my squad.